All right, it looks like we're live. Hey Jake, how's it going? I've got my spreadsheet ready to continue testing on the Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons. This next bit of tests are going to be focused on the optimum situation for the Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons. So I'm still going to test every 500 gold unit so we can sort of see the differences and see the value proposition. And we're going to be going against the depth guard. Now this is where the Dwarf Warrior with great weapons, in this, particularly in this 500 gold pantheon, should perform the absolute best. And what we're going to see, or what we should see, is because the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons have the armor piercing, depth guard have high armor, and the Dwarf Warriors great weapons have high armor, yet the depth guard have no armor piercing. I mean, they have some armor piercing, but they're mostly regular weapon damage, 46 regular weapon damage, 18 armor piercing. That the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons should outperform everyone else in this group by a long shot. And this is where they should perform the best. And in fact, this is where I do use Dwarf Warriors as great weapons in this matchup versus Vampire Coast, specifically to help me with depth guard, because you can get a lot of Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, and if there's no depth guard, they can actually do good against chaff and summons, and that armor does matter. So, that's where I use them. But we're going to test them against the other units in this pantheon, because that's really what I want to do as a comparison, so that I can demonstrate my assertion that Dwarf Warriors great weapons are underperforming in general compared to their peers. So we'll start the battle and we'll get things going and start getting some data. And I'm going to test everything against the depth guard, and we're going to test against we have, of course, nope, defeat in battle. We're going to test everything against depth guard. I believe Empire Knights, maybe Sigvald the Magnificent, and one chariot maybe. I'll see where my list is at. All right, we'll just go down here. Okay, get the right field. Okay, defender. Okay, let's start that battle. Start getting our data. So hopefully we get some good information. And of course, this is when I said we're going to do this testing, I picked the tests and said what I would expect of them first, because it's more powerful to make predictions and then test against your predictions in general, because you can convince yourself that you've been mistaken. I think that's one of the things that I like about doing it that way. So 59.49 is where the starts. 59.49, and we'll just let this battle go. And now, actually, in the pantheon of the peers, depth guard also cause fear. So the Dwarf Warrior's really good leadership should also be a factor. Like, this is really a great target for the Dwarf Warrior's great weapons versus, say, the Nasty Skulkers, who this fear is really going to affect, or even the Chaos Marauders are great weapons, who the fear is going to affect more, and the Chaos Marauders are going to be much more susceptible to the depth guard weapon damage. So that's what we'll see how that plays out, because this is it's possible that the Dwarf Warriors of great weapons might finish first and do really, really well. So we will let the battle go, and we'll see how everything lines up. Yeah, these depth guard can do some damage. There's no doubt about it, if they're allowed to. Okay, so 58-58. And I like now that I'm into a group where I'm expecting the units to, they should win all the battles. Hopefully. That way the data is pretty even. Like, I mean, the Depth Guard should beat all of these units. They should in every battle. So we don't have to worry about that win-loss effect. So Depth Guard finished with 3761. And the Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons finished with 2203. Well, and there you go. Even against who they're very best at, they're losing 67 gold. That's just one fight. They can win some more, but you know, I would expect them to at least take some gold off of these Depth Guard in this fight. But that's not, well, that's not the case right now. We'll see. We'll see if they can win some fights. 825. 5-19. All right. We'll keep that data coming. And this data actually will go by pretty quick, relatively speaking, because Depth Guard do kill fast. So, you know, hopefully we'll get through all this test relatively quickly. We don't have any wet noodle fights where we have battles that literally last 10 minutes. These go by pretty quick. And okay, stop. All right, 58, 54. And the Depth Guard finished with 3808. And Dwarf Warriors finished with 22022. 94 gold they lost on that one. And that'll rematch. Okay. All right. Oh, this looks much better. This looks like much better for the Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons. Okay, stop. 5848. 48. Okay. 3509. Is that enough for them to pull value? Probably not. 2024. Nope, but not bad. They only lost 18 gold in that fight. I mean, it's not awful. Losing 18 gold is close enough to almost being even up. So rematch. Death Guard. So we're gonna see the how the Depth Guard do against everything. That's what my goal is for today's set of tests. Is I can really see that. I wonder when Aurora is going to be here. Jake, Aurora is probably not going to be here if I'm casting at this time. It's close. It's close. It's ORAKA. Wow. Because he lives in Australia, so he's exactly. It's probably for him 2 a.m. So. I know when we do our practices, it's either very early in the morning for him or late at night. So when I stream late at night, he always pops on and says hello because he'll be he's able to stop in and talk. 5849, 49, and 3835. 5. Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons, 1991. Oh, 104 gold, not great. In the battle, rematch. Yeah, Rorker's been putting lots of stuff up on his channel too, which has been great. I love watching him analyze fights. And he has one up today with Shetland Apache, who's one of my favorite players to watch. And I've cast some of Shetland's games as well. And Shetland and the Rourke Boss are clanmates. They're both in clan Cycle Charge, CC. Okay, stop. 5902, oh, that was fast. 5902. Ooh, that was bad. 4024. And 2100. 142 gold the Dwarf Warriors lost in that fight. And, you know, you got to remember, this is the very best target for your Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. You know, like, the best chance that they're going to get, they're going to really perform at a high level. Because their leadership matters, their armor piercing matters, the fact that they have good armor matters. You know, their good melee defense matters. Like everything matters in this. And these Depth Guard don't have the greatest melee defense. Like, it's a really nice target for them. Okay, 58, 53. 53, and Depth Guard 3727. 2123. 65 gold. Come on, boys, let's see if you can pull one off. Let's get a positive game in there. You know, the fix I'd like to see, I think, for Dwarf Warriors great weapons, and Miners and Longbeards great weapons for that matter, is a little bit more weapon strength and a little bit more melee attack. You know, just so they can hit more often and do a little bit more damage, you know. Just so they can kill a little faster than the regular Dwarf Warriors. And maybe it's all a matter of weapon damage, you know, so they can kill a little bit faster. I think that would make a pretty big difference. 5846. But we'll see how they match up here against the other units. Okay. 3613. Not awful. And we got 2112. 2112. Only lost 37 gold there. So in net they lost 75 gold, which I mean is not totally atrocious. This is why I bring them versus the Vampire Coast, to try and deal with Depth Guard, to at least take a chunk out of them so my other troops can handle them. Now we're going to get to High Elf Spearmen. High Elf Spearmen should get completely demolished by Depth Guard, because they don't have armor piercing, and they don't have a lot of armor. So we'll see. That should be the next fight in battle. Jake Wu, I wish Dowie infantry was a bit more killy. Yes, that is a word, and I agree. Like, really, they just need to kill a little bit faster. And that is part of the problem, is that Dwarf Warriors kill so slowly. I mean, maybe when I look at them, you know, maybe like 35 weapon strength, something like that would get them there. Maybe 36 with 4 AP, 2 regular, or something would give them a little bit more oomph. Like, the melee attack would help, but they have low weapon strength. Wizard Lizard, yep, great weapon. Hi, how's it going? How's it going? Like, it's hard to say what would be the best. I would like them to kill a little faster, because they kill very, very slowly, and that's part of the reason that they're losing so much value in this fight. Like, they should pull value off the Depth Guard. They should absolutely pull value off the Depth Guard, but they don't. You know, lost 75 gold on average over 7 battles. But we'll test everything, and that's what my plan is. I want to test everything to get a good feel for it. The High Elf Spearmen should get absolutely demolished in this fight. because they just don't have any of the right tools to deal with depth guard. Jake Wu, Dowie infantry should be a bit more, do a bit more killing. You know, like at least a great weapon infantry. I mean, an axe, a giant axe, wielded by dwarfs that are twice as strong as a man, should probably hurt. I mean, you could make a pretty good case for that to be a good weapon. So 5949. Okay, same as the Dwarf Warriors. Now this should be pretty brutal. High Elf Spearmen will probably lose pretty badly. Holy, look at that. Yep. That's brutal right there. They hardly lost any health at all. 5915. And a depth guard. 4487. Spearman. 2424. Ooh, Spearman lost 226 gold. That's probably right too, though. You know, no armor piercing. They got anti-large and a big silver shield. So, you know, this is sort of the bane, the absolute bane of a Spearman, because Spearmen don't have great armor and they don't have armor piercing. So depth guard should do good against them, because that's their speciality. And that'll rematch. Davina Q. Hi, normally miss your streams. Nice to catch you. Hey, good to see you too. Jake, watching Elgi get crushed by axe wielding Zanganaz makes me happy. Yeah, it makes me happy too. I gotta admit, I don't mind it at all. Wizard Lizard, I mean, dwarf great weapons are more like pseudo halberds. So they are, I agree, and it's they kind of fill that role. Like dwarf warriors with great weapons, miners and longbeards with great weapons they're not awful anti-large. They're not. I mean, compared to other anti-large, okay, for sure. But in the Dowie lineup, they substitute okay. You know, 906. Ooh, that was fast. Look at that. Boy, man, you can barely just took a sliver off of him. Whew. Crushing. All right. 5906. Did I say that already? Did I get... Okay. Depth guard, 4629. And the Spearman, 2082. 292. That's about as bad as it can get. They lost 292 gold in that. That's pretty brutal, to be honest. Okay, we'll end that battle. A rematch. Wizard Lizard at Jake Wu. Zanganaz are the undead in Dowie language. Yes, Jake Wu. Zanganaz is for vampires, right? Uzkalar is for undead. Whoa, Jake. dropping the Kazalid. That's true. You know, I'm not a master of lore by any means. I get my lore from the lore master of Sotek, and you know, he was talking about exactly the difference between Zanganaz specifically for vampires and Uzkalar for undead. That was a great, like, I think he had 8 Q&As. They're always coming on right about my normal lunchtime, so I come home from work and watch those during my lunch. 5902. 4468. 2197. Oh, that is absolutely brutal. Those depth guard are taking it to the Spearmen, the High Elf Spearmen, like bad. Dwarfs just call Elgi, just call all elves Elgi regardless. Yep. Davina Q. I think it was Viking Cat or Romulan said Dowie have one of the best win rates in tournaments now. You must be happy. Do they have one of the best win rates in tournaments? I can't see that. You don't see them in tournaments because any tournaments with pick and ban, dwarfs can't ban enough. That's the problem. You can counter pick with them, so maybe with counter picks, they maybe their win rate's really good, but their pick rate is very low. That could be. That certainly could be, because if you're counter picking, I mean, dwarfs counter like Empire, Wood Elves, Vampire Coast really, really badly. So maybe. I would like to see that. I mean, I haven't seen them in a whole lot of tourneys, and the last I saw them, they were used by, was it Chief, BBB Chief, versus the Beastman, and the Beastman won pretty convincingly, 5908. But I respect them for trying it. 4437. Okay, Spearman, 2023-18. 222 gold. Whew. Crushing. Rematch. Okay, that sounds very... Oh, Wizard Lizard, that sounds strange. Jake, yes, I think Sotek's doing a Greenskin Q&A next. Yeah, that'll be good too. I mean, actually, to be honest, I've never watched a lore video from Sotek that I didn't love. They're all good. He's so good. Wizard Lizard, and I have Spaniard Post. I was just gonna do this first, and I'll get back to chat here. Okay, pause. 58-56. Well, it took a little bit longer. 4338. And Spearman 2390. There we go. Okay, great. Okay, rematch. Yeah, not seeing them lose much at all. Okay. Wizard Lizard, it's possible, though, if people only pick them in one or two matchups. Like, yeah, I mean, if you're seeing Dwarfs versus Empire, Dwarfs are going to win that a lot. Like, same with Dwarfs versus Vampire Coast, Dwarfs versus Wood Elves. Okay, let that go. Okay, Jake. Dwarf language Kazalid is so awesome. One of the biggest reasons I love the Dowie more than any other race. I love Kazalid too. Davida, just saying what I heard. Maybe it's not right. Maybe they seem stronger than in the past. Okay. Jake, yeah. I'll have to watch, though, a bit about the Irks and Groby. You know, I am really looking forward to it because I think Greenskins are the next race to get old world race to get a big update. So their campaigns there should be a whole bunch of campaigns out there real quick. So and a lot of lore, so it should be really fun. 4497. And they're and Greenskins are in a pretty good place right now in multiplayer, but with their additional units, I think that hopefully that rounds them out even more. Like, they're a pretty well-rounded faction as it is. But 2144, 253. I doubt whatever changes they make. I doubt they'll have an effect on the match versus the Dowie, because the Greenskin match versus the Dowie is already hard because they can bring so many competitive matchups. So I doubt it'll make that much of a difference. Where it'll probably help out is in the matches where they have a little bit more of a hard time, I would imagine. I doubt they're going to get any classic quote unquote win more units. I think they'll hopefully they get a couple new units and they're right where they need to be. Like, a Savage Orc, Big Boss, and War Boss, those types of things. Those would be interesting, and hopefully they continue to work on Grimgore, because if they continue to work on Grimgore, all Dwarf Lords will benefit, because they'll also get the same treatment. That's what we've seen over the past year, is that every time Grimgore sort of gets some love, so do the Dwarf Lords. So they really do tend to think about Grimgore, Ironhide, and the Dwarf Lords together. So hopefully we see some more love for Grimgore. Depth guard 4590, and Heil Spearman 2306. And the Spearman got beat down, lost 241 gold in the fight with the depth guard, and well, they should, right? They should lose pretty badly. So, all right, here we go. Here's going to be the very first interesting fight. Marauders with great weapons. Now, Marauders with great weapons don't have as good leadership as Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. Plus, they have no armor to speak of, only 15. So the depth guard having no armor piercing, or having little armor piercing, should do extra good against them. So you should see the Marauders with great weapons do worse than the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. You know, that's what we should see. Okay, in the battle. Wizard Lizards. Dwarfs always had some wild up and down whenever CA touches them, like with their mass. Yeah, that's true. And going from game 1 to game 2, just changing Vigor completely altered the way the Dowie played. You know, and you know that made such a big difference, because now Dowie come on in the fourth quarter, and as the game wears on, they get better, which is how it should be, I think. But I really like that element of the Dowie. Jake, I hope SoTech does an Empire one soon, because they need an update as well. I hope he does it next. So I hope he does the Greenskin one before the update, and then he does the Empire one before the Empire update, because it'll be Greenskin then Empire most likely. Wizard Lizard, true about Grimgore, yeah. Do we know about the next DLC changes then? No. Not seeing anything, but work a lot, so miss. We know it's going to be announced probably early September. I imagine first week, second week of September. So it's coming right up. It'll probably be released late September. I think that the general consensus is going to be greenskins in the old world. There's been a lot of speculation about the Lords. The fan favorite for Lords is going to be Grom the Paunch. You know, I think that would be a really good pick. So 59-51. That would be a fun thing, and it would make. I think it would really help make high elf campaigns more interesting, because I think no matter who you play as a high elf, maybe I don't know if Ulth 1 is the same every time. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let's see how these guys do. Well, it looks like they're taking a chunk off them. And boom. Okay. They looks like they did pretty good. 59-20. So 31 seconds. They only lasted for 30 seconds though. Depth guard 2808. And the Marauders with great weapons 2769. And there we go. 184 gold. The Marauders with great weapons took off the depth guard. So this is like, Marauders with great weapons are generally not considered to be that great of a unit, although their weaknesses are not in their melee combat. Their weaknesses are getting to it. But in this matchup, the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons should do better, because Marauders have no armor, and the depth guard are, don't do armor piercing, and the depth guard have fear, when the Marauders with great weapons have less leadership than the dwarfs. Yet the very first one, the dwarfs lost 75 gold, and the Marauders with great weapons are winning 184 gold. It's a pretty giant difference. Maybe that's just one battle. That's just one battle. Maybe we'll run. That's why we run 7, to get a better idea. It's still not perfect. 20 is probably the right number, but it just would take so long to do that. We'll run them all, and we'll see. But yeah, because they only have. I don't know, 56 leadership? Is that right? What's their leadership? Their base is 60, where Dwarf Warriors have a base of 70. Okay. 5919. And depth guard 2808. Oh, another 2808. That's rare. Marauders 2652. Very close to getting a double. It's pretty rare you see the same data twice, but it happens. 176 gold. Well, we'll keep on running the tests. Wizard Lizard, that probably shows a problem with low melee attack great weapons, yeah. I mean, it demonstrates it pretty clearly. Like, the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons have every advantage you could want in this fight over top of Marauders with great weapons. You know, leadership, armor, you know, everything. We'll see how the Skulkers do, because the Skulkers have truly atrocious leadership, and that's what, with that cause fear and all that damage, the Skulkers should get crushed. 5916. Okay, depth guard 2644. It's just getting worse. 2578 for the Marauders. 212 gold. That's crazy. Pretty much. By the way, Wizard Lizard. By the way, I should send you some of my screenshots with my Ungram tests. Yes. Jake, I know Anvils of Doom exist in Total War Warhammer as a mount option for Dowry Lords, but it would be cool if they were added the ability where the Rune Lord could summon lightning out of the sky. You know, I think we are going to get a proper Legendary Lord, Rune Lord, and they'll have some new runes. That's going to happen. It's just when. Really, it's just a matter of when. Wizard Lizard at Jake Wu. All I know is the Tomb Kings have their Roomba, and I want my Anvil of Doom as well. Jake, me too. WTK Roomba must be the worst arty in the game. You know what? But they have it. Jake Wu. I want an Anvil of Doom that can do what it can do in the lore. Yes, agreed. Because it's like an Anvil of Doom can be, you know, pretty powerful. 5920. $26.31 and $26.42. 220 gold. Wow. Rematch. Chaos Marauders Grey Weapons are doing very well. Very well. Against the Depth Guard. Pause. Yeah, they're not being attacked in the sides. I know they kind of get this sort of wrap, but they're not getting attacked in the flank. So I just wanted to double check that. So I thought someone had talked about that wrap effect in on the forums, because they're running models. 5925, but it doesn't affect your stat distribution in terms of whether you're being attacked in the flank or anything like that. 5925. Depth guard. Okay, depth guard much better that time. 3239. Marauders 2417. Still lost 50 gold. Still lost 50 gold. The depth guard did to the Marauders. The Marauders are doing extremely well. Rematch. Jake, dwarf artillery is quite potent. That's true. All dwarf artillery. You know, it's like the dwarf artillery you hardly ever see are grudge throwers, and they're still really good. You know? They're just up against so much other artillery that's even better. So you don't see them. 5921. $29.80 for the depth guard. A little bit better. $24.11. 115 gold. They still lost though. And the battle rematch. Start battle. Okay. I do like that these tests go fast. Okay. Okay, 5923. So depth guard finished with 2895. Chaos Marauder 2587. There you go. Average pulling 157 gold. So the differential between the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, who should excel in this, Dwarf Warriors with great weapons are losing 75 gold. Marauders with great weapons are winning 158 gold. There's 230 gold differential. And Marauders' great weapons have no armor to speak of, and their leadership is worse. They should really suffer versus the depth guard compared to the Dwarf Warriors' great weapons. And a lot of people do believe that Marauders' great weapons are a little bit underperforming too. But this is really where you see the major difference with the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, where their performance really matters. You know, like, yeah, they lose slower, 56 seconds as opposed to 30, but you know, they take off. They only take off 21% of the health of the depth guard, where the Marauders of great weapons are taking off 40% of the health. So it's a pretty big deal, I think. All right, we'll get to the Nasty Skulkers. So Nasty Skulkers should be interesting. If there's one unit that we should see a big reversal in performance, it's the Nasty Skulkers, because Nasty Skulkers only have 40 leadership. Their leadership is absolutely atrocious. So the depth guard, because they do so much damage so fast, they'll be shock damage. Plus, the depth guard cause fear. They should this should expose the weakness of the Nasty Skulker. Is what should happen. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Plus one. Jake Wu, but Skaven artillery. Plus one heresy dwarfs come in game 3. David, I took a ranked up Roomba in a 2v2 for lulz. It was like rank 7, used 90% of its ammo and got 40 kills. Jake, remember, people, brace yourself for Sue's heresy is just on the horizon. It is, Jake, it is. Oh, nice. Sunset in the UK. Oh, yeah. Sun's just setting. Very nice. Davin, yes. I'm the east coast of UK. Red sunset here. Very nice. Jake, I'm in the west. But not of the coast, though, I see. Oh, you're in Gloucester? Davin, are you in London? Oh, I'm near Leipzig on the North Sea. Ah. Okay, so let's go get those Nasty Skulkers. Nasty Skulkers, low leadership should be exposed here, is really what we should see, I think. Although Nasty Skulkers are a pretty outstanding unit, but the fact that Depth Guard cause fear and do so much damage so fast should really do it. Jake, I've never heard of it. Okay, all right. Here we go. We'll see where this starts. So I'll pause it, and boom, 51. 51. And tested. Copy. V. All right. Let's watch. Ooh. Okay. Well, that was. They didn't do as good as the Marauders. They got killed fast, but they thought they were winning for a while, which was weird. We'll have to watch that. 59-23. Depth guard 30-85. And Nasty Skulkers 27-56. Still pulled 137 gold. So the Nasty Skulkers, even though they have that terrible leadership, were able to do enough damage to pull 137 gold against the Depth Guard. That surprises me. I didn't think that would happen. I thought that the Depth Guard would get some damage into the Nasty Skulkers, and as soon as the charge disappeared, they would just rout. Because they only have 40 leadership. It is genuinely very, very bad. Okay, maybe we'll see something in this one. And boom. Looks like about the same. 59-20. Okay. Depth guard 30-34. And Nasty Skulkers 27-56. 150 gold the Skulkers pulled. Huh. That's surprising to me that the Nasty Skulkers could do good here. I mean, they're losing the battle, obviously, but they're winning the value battle because they're winning on gold. And ultimately, that's what matters the most. You can see they think they're winning. They shouldn't think they're winning ever, should they? Okay. 59-17. They don't have nearly the charge bonus. Mine's that charge bonus is slowed down a lot by their smoke bomb. Depth guard. 25.99. That was very good for the Skulkers. 25.99, and the Skulkers finished with 28.60. 269 gold they pulled off the depth guard. That is crazy. Depth guard, that is crazy. Well, keep testing. Hey Yamo, how's it going? Oh, live show, Gold Skulkers. Jake Wu, that was a butchering the pronouncing, but yeah, it's the southwest of England by the river Severn. Okay. Is it Gloucester? Gloucester. Gloucester? I don't know. Jake Wu, when Sotek talked about Dowie food, I got so happy in one of his Q&A. Yeah. Like, you know, I just love Sotek because that's where I learned about chuff. Like, what a great way to save food. Dwarf chuff. The food left over in your beard. So good. Oh, that was good. There we go. All right, so that was a little better. So we'll see where this ended. Like, they should route these Nasty Skulkers extremely fast. Jake Wu, dwarfs rummaging through their beards for crumbs. I know. I love that. 59-23. Here we go. 59-23. Looks like the depth guard did quite a bit better in that fight. 35-17. 35-17. Nasty Skulkers, 29-64. Well, only 44. Nasty Skulkers still took 44 gold off of them. I would expect that the depth guard have to win one of these and take positive value off the Nasty Skulkers. I mean, I would expect them to at least do pretty good in all of them, but that's really surprising. Dwarfs are at Yamo. You give me the feeling you're a Groby and Urk lover. Yamo, nah, sarcasm. I prefer playing dwarfs. And I know Sioux Devil Prisma well. Yeah, Yamo, you've been around for a long time. Yamo, I think you subscribed before I even had 100 subscribers somewhere. You've been around for a long time looking at this kind of testing and analysis and stuff like this. Grudge avoided. Yeah, he's even showcased my first ladle breath. Yep. Yep, very long time ago. Dwarfs versus the Old World, which was you playing the Dowie, indeed. Okay, 59-17. Uh, 27-43. 27-43. 27-43. And for the Skulkers, 27-56. 224 gold they pulled off of them. Ah, man, oh man. This is what gets me riled when I look at these kind of results. You know? The Nasty Skulkers should really get their tails whooped here. I know they're armor piercing and that hurts against the depth guard, but the depth guard don't have armor piercing. They have a lot of weapon strength, and that should really hurt the Nasty Skulkers. And the depth guard's fear should matter, because that's the weakness of the Nasty Skulkers. But it doesn't seem to matter that much. Oh, we're rematched. Keep going. Jake has an ancient history with Sue. Yeah, well, I'm doing great. A bit busy at the moment. We'll go AFK for about an hour. Hey, it is what it is. We'll idle for views. Thanks, Yamo. You have a good one if you're gone. Like this kind of testing is really because I like it and I enjoy it. It's relaxing, but I do enjoy the live stream because I get to chat with people, and it is actually quite nice. 59-15. 59-15. Okay, 28-15 for the depth guard. And Nasty Skulkers, 28-08. 210 gold. The Nasty Skulkers might beat the Marauders with great weapons for value, which would be shocking. I would be shocked. The Marauders with great weapons should absolutely beat the Nasty Skulkers in this fight, because the Nasty Skulkers have such terrible leadership. Like, they have 16 more leadership, and that should matter when they're fighting against a unit that causes fear. All right, in the battle. Rematch, got one more. We'll see, though. We'll see. Devina, I've played 2v2 with A-Move Hacker. He's very good. Dowie, yeah, you go Tomb Kings. It's a good combo in 2v2. Cool. A-Move is so good. He has lots of good builds, really active, and he also plays non-Dowie. Even though he's a Dowie main, so he's really, really good understanding of the game. Jake, I've only been around commenting in live streams for not that long. You know what, Jake? I see you on every live stream I get on. I said, you get on turns that'll be like, go Dowie, and you'll be like, hey Sue, I'll be like, hey Jake. Or Lore Master streams, or whoever it is. I'm more of a fan than anything. 59-19. And I really, really liked the Turn's last Eternal Challenger. That was a great, the whole series was great. Depth guard 31-72. Okay, 31-72. Nasty Skulkers 27-04. So the Nasty Skulkers actually pulled more value than the Marauders with great weapons, and that should absolutely not happen. The Marauders with great weapons should pull more value than Nasty Skulkers, although I don't know that neither of them should pull more value against the depth guard than Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. But they both do so significantly. All right, Crypt Ghouls. This should be interesting. Now, Crypt Ghouls should get their tails whooped because they have no armor and they have no armor piercing. So this depth guard again should really beat the crap out of Crypt Ghouls. So, and then it's just pole arms should do moderately better. I would think pole arms should do better than Crypt Ghouls and High Elf Spears because they have that armor piercing, but they probably still get their butt whooped. Okay, Crypt Ghouls it is next. Okay. So we'll go and get vampire count. And this time I will stop the Crypt Ghouls when they go negative in leadership. I will not let them get to disintegrating. Because it's just that extra damage for free won't help is the problem. We don't want to have that in our data if we can help it. All right. Boom. 5950. Okay. Vaughn, good morning. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Okay. I want to put on here Crypt Ghouls. And boom. Okay. So Crypt Ghouls now are in negative leadership. They are disintegrating, so we'll stop it there. Looks like they took a chunk out of the depth guard, but probably not enough to be positive, and they shouldn't. So 5926. So 5926. A depth guard, we've got 3895. And the Crypt Ghouls, we've got 2552. So the depth guard are positive 64 gold against the Crypt Ghouls. To be expected. I would have thought they would have pulled a little more gold than that. Like yeah, this is just showing how bad the Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons are doing. If Crypt Ghouls can perform against Depth Guard at the same level as Dwarf Warriors with Great Weapons. And Crypt Ghouls have no armor and no armor piercing. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's just one test. That's why you test it a bunch of times, because it can be, testing can, I mean, this testing is pretty myopic as it is. And, can be a little swingy from time to time. That's why I like to test best against things that give more stable results. Then it's easier to compare one unit to the other. But we shall see. Okay, stop. Crypt Ghouls minus 12, 5929. And 29. Depth Guard, 4068. That's a little better. Crypt Ghouls, 2446, 2446, 117 gold. Okay, that's more like it. More what I would expect, I guess. See defeat, yes. Rematch. Amina, good morning here. Evening here, but good morning to you. Yeah. People are all around the world. Drop in to say hello. Okay. Hopefully, it'll be interesting to see Turn's next big tournament. Like, he's doing that World Cup. I can't wait. So I am in it for Canada, to represent Canada. We got 3 from Canada so far. Me, Lumberjacks, and Uncle Shin. So hopefully Team Canada can do all right. We need a few more, though. We need to find some more Canadians, and hopefully some that are better than me. I'm not like I can play the Dowie okay, but not against that level of competition. Those guys would crush me. And then I'd have to play non-Dowie, which would be really, really difficult. I mean, I'll do it to represent my country and to support Turn's World Cup tournament. But I'll get crushed pretty bad against those guys. Against the guys that it's like there's like Aerocrastic, Falcon, Rourke Boss, Ondaje. Like, these are like world number ones, like Talaxalan Soothsayer. Oh my God, the list of players that are in that tournament right now are freaking insane. How many amazing players there are in that tournament. And then there's me representing Canada. I'm like, I'm not even in sniffing distance with how good those guys are. But I'll do it. I'll represent Canada. I'll do my best. But it'll be a fun tournament, nevertheless, because I think Turn wants to do it once a year. So maybe next year it'll be even better. 59-24. 59-24. Depth guard, 37-43. And Crypt Ghouls, we got 2311. 47 gold. Crypt Ghouls did pretty good there, really. Vaughn, yeah, it's Monday morning here. Davina, you are from the future then. Wizard Lizard, when is this World Cup anyways? I think he's taking submissions for teams until August 30th, and today is the 25th. And then he's going to try and set up brackets after that. And he says he figures a tournament will take about 3 months to run. Jake, plus I'll do some mining in Minecraft and build myself some dwarf cracks. You know what, Jake, Minecraft, I've been watching some Minecraft lately, and it's getting closer and closer to Dwarf Fortress because you can build so many things. It's actually getting impressive. I've never played it, but I might pick it up. This is a fun game because of the stuff you can do in it. Wizard Lizard, it'll be a blast. Yeah, you can participate in Wizard Lizard, of course. What country are you from? Although they've got a ton of people from America already. They got like 6 or 7. I mean, a tournament scene is crazy. I played in a few in the past, but life gives me no time to practice. I know what it's like. I mean, I have time to practice, to be honest, but I'm not really big into multiplayer. Wizard Davina, same here. Yeah, okay. Jake, play it, Sue. It's fun. I would. So it's in my radar, Jake. It is in. Oh, you're from Greece, Wizard Lizard. Well, shoot, you've got to play. I know they're looking for players from Greece because Zardar Total Warrior's from Greece, and he's looking for players, for sure. Message Zardar because I know Greece needs players, and I don't know how they're going to make this work, but I mean they're going to try and make it work. But if you're from Greece, Zardar Total Warriors, and Zardar's awesome, and you're awesome. I mean, that's actually. I don't know if they had 2 or they had 1 for Greece. I don't know how many, but yeah, get a hold of Zardar Total Warrior and get on that team and do your best. I mean, I think Turn was well aware of how difficult the scheduling is going to be for this. But, that's why they're trying to get... Yeah. You just get on any of his videos and actually, you can find him. I don't he changes his damn name all the time. So I never know what it is. I think right now it's Dimmy G doesn't pull out or something like that. 5930. Okay, so 5930. So to get him on Discord. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's great. That'll be awesome. Boy, that's the Team Greece is looking up. Depth guard. What did they finish with? 4091. 4091. And Crypt Ghouls, we got 2582. 111 gold. It's about more like it, but seed. Rematch. Yeah, and you and Zardar both have a high micro play style. So I imagine you guys will practice well together if you do get in some practice games. Just because your play style is, you both like that expansive sort of high micro style. Okay, 5929. Depth guard. 3789. And Crypt Ghouls 2113. I'm wondering, it's going to be close. I think that Crypt Ghouls are not going to do quite as good as the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, but it's shocking because they should get absolutely pummeled compared to the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. And it's not like Crypt Ghouls are anything special. They're pretty run-of-the-mill unit. I know they haven't really been touched over the years because they do have pretty good weapon strength, and they do some things okay, but It's not like anyone's bringing Crypt Ghouls as a matter of normal gameplay in most builds. Okay, 5931. And Depth Guard finished with 3930. Crypt Ghouls 2402. Okay, 86 gold there. Okay, rematch. Great. Hey, the EC tournament guys, it's live. On turn, really? I gotta go. I'm gonna turn that on. Eternal Challenger tournament is live? I thought that tournament's done. He did the Eternal Challenger. Is he doing a new one? Well, I'm definitely I'm gonna look it up on my phone. Okay. Eternal Challenger? The third place matchup. Ah, right. Because he did say he was going to do that matchup, and it was going to be... So Zyphos won against Lotus Moon, and it's going to be Falcon versus... El Helcon. Oh my god, that's going to be a good game. Stop. Okay, I am definitely going to go watch that. Okay. So 59, whoops, I better get this test on. 5930. 5930. And Depth Guard 3942. And we've got Crypt Ghouls 2032. Okay, 89 gold. So the Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons just barely finished ahead of the Crypt Ghouls. Crypt Ghouls lost about 89 gold. The Dwarf Warriors Great Weapons lost 75. It's crazy. Vaughn Thomas said, bring out the Ogre Kings. It could throw out your unit testing a little bit. Vaughn, I cannot wait to test against Ogres. Jake, third place masked. Yep. Davy, I'm going to watch some EC tomorrow. Have a good time. Husband's playing golf, so only have daughter here to deal with. Hey, golf's a good game. You have a good one. And I'm gonna do this one more test, and then I'm gonna go watch that Eternal Challenger final. And I'm just gonna put it on here. Okay, it's just getting started. I would highly recommend you go there. I'm just gonna put this on low volume so that I can have it in the background. Okay, and I just want to finish this test. So I gotta go grab the Men-at-Arms with pole arms, and then I'll go and end the stream so I can watch turn stream. Okay. End the battle. Okay. Continue. Okay, so we need yeah, okay. Okay, where we go? Men-at-Arms, pole arms. There we go. Alright. So we'll get that test going. I'm just going to keep my phone right by my screen so I can see when the Eternal Challenger starts. Okay, you have a good one, Davina. Okay, there we go. And this should be a crush, but the Men-at-Arms with pole arms should be able to pull at least some value out of there. They should be able to do better than the Spearman because of that armor piercing. So 59.49. 49. B. And we go 8, 25, 19. Finish. Okay. And we'll see how that finishes. Jake Wu, see you guys there. Yep. I'll see you there, Jake. It's possible we can see some Dowie in this matchup too, because Falcon will pull out the Dowie once in a while, I think. 59-15. All right. 59. Oh, they're getting ready. See the music going. It's going to get started soon, Jake. Like a Depth Guard. 41.56. 41.56. 27.99. 120 gold. So pretty decently. Like the pretty decent men at arms, pole arms got beat pretty solidly, but they only lost 120 gold. That's not awful. That's not awful. So rematch and get that going. Jake, I'm gonna go watch the tournament on my phone. Yes. I'm Jake. I'm watching that tournament too because I want to see those two fight. That'll be a great match. So I'm just gonna finish this set of tests. So I want to get it done quickly, and then I'm gonna go watch as well. I mean, I got my phone playing right now, so I can see the intros going. So hopefully I can get all this testing done quick. Well, it'll go pretty fast. Boom, done. 5917. Depth guard, 4138. And men at arm with pole arm, 2682. 125 gold. Just test fast, Sioux Devil. Come on, buddy. Wizard Lizard, I have both streams going. Just going through an epic intro right now. I love that intro. The music is so good. Okay, go boys, go. Like, he did such a good job editing that out with the music and everything. It is a great intro. Okay, 5918. 18. Depth guard, 4173. And men at arms, pole arms, 2702. 132 gold they lost there. Rematch. Okay. Go boys, get it on. Quickly now. And boom. 5925. Depth guard 4226. 4226. And men are pole arms 2533. 160 gold there. Rematch. And there it is. There's the man himself. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Okay, and 5913. Depth guard 4162. And oh, they're already starting. Oh my god. And it is Tomb Kings versus Dark Elves. Falcon versus El Halcyon. All right. Go watch. I'll meet you guys over there. 5913, 4162. Man, our pole arms 2814. Okay, in that battle, rematch. El Halcon. El Halcyon. El Halcon. Falcon and El Halcon. All right. That's gonna be a good fight. Both those guys are so awesome. Okay. Okay, stop. 5918. 18. Depth guard 4120. And men with pole arms, we've got 2740. 116 gold. Very, very stable results here. First game, yeah, Dark Elves vs. Tomb Kings. Hey, Gobble Slayer. Go. Get there. Let's go. Okay, and get this fight going. Okay, and fast forward it. Pause up there. Okay, and let's go. God, that's a huge army. That's a huge Dark Elf army he has. 59, 15. Oh, last test. Okay. Depth guard, 4350. And the Crypt Ghouls, sorry, not Crypt Ghouls, Pole Arms, 2737. 37. All right, finish 135 gold. Save. So now I'm going to go to the, hey, let's just say, hey, just live streaming. Okay. Now let me see. Let me get this down. Okay, so I got to go to analysis. Okay, I want you copy down here. V. So we're gonna go back to this side, and I'm gonna get the actual data from each. So the Dwarf Warriors, 75. Okay, good. Okay, no worries. 75 gold. All right, so we go 70. I'm watching I'm watching the game and trying to get the data over. 75.4. Okay. 75.4. So minus 75.4 is what it is. Minus 75.4. Minus 75.4. High Elf Spears, they got crushed the worst. Minus 241.1. Minus 241.1. Marauders with great weapons did actually pretty good. 157.9. 157.9. Nasty Skulkers did even better. Shockingly, 163.8 gold. 163.8. Crypt Ghouls did not as terrible as I thought they were going to do. 89.1. Minus 89.1. Minus 89.1. Minus 89.1 and minus 135.4 for the polearms. Minus 135.4. Minus 135.4. So there we go. Oops. Okay. So I'm just going to do that, and I want to summarize this. So I'm just going to data sort by column C, descending. Okay, so there you go. So in this fight, this is versus Depth Guard. Nasty Skulkers took the most gold, then Marauders with great weapons, then Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, Crypt Ghouls, Polearms, Spears. So really, I would think the Dwarf Warriors should finish first, then the Marauders. Then it's hard to say where Nasty Skulkers should finish, but below both of those for sure. And then Crypt Ghouls, Polearms, Spears, that makes sense. But anyways, I'm going to save it here. And I'm going to go watch the stream because it's going. What's the sort of... I'm having Indian curry right now. Yum. Meatballs with thick red sauce. Nice. That does sound awesome. Spicy. Yep. I'm having a Vindaloo. Okay. So I am going to end the stream here. I think we got the first bit of testing done. I will see you guys in Turin's stream. You guys, thanks for dropping in. You guys have a good one.